Welcome to AGORACOM CEO Interviews, in which we take the time to interview CEOs and executives from small-cap public companies. With us today, again, I'm glad to have him back, is Alain French. He's the President and CEO of Santo Mining, trades on the OTCQB under the stock symbol SANP. Now, Santo Mining is a junior minerals exploration and development company. They've got great projects in the Dominican Republic and a near production project in Mexico. But more than just lip service, okay? The three claims, they've got three claims next to Barrick Gold in the mineral-rich Dominican Republic. The Charles claim is just 1 mile from Goldquest's 2000 monster gold discovery. That too is in the Dominican. And finally, the company is set to start producing gold and silver in Mexico in 2014. So this isn't just your run-of-the-mill exploration company spinning its wheels. It's really moving forward and providing leadership. Alan, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Yeah, we're fortunate to be here.
Well, good to have you back on. What I'd like to cover for you first, given the fact that investors are really, especially in this environment, are really focused on exploration, on production over exploration. Give us an update on how things are going in Mexico, where you're slated to begin production 2014. You're still on track?
Yeah, we're on track. We just extended the license agreement term 60 days. We plan to make the second payment to the concessionaires next week. So that's on track. We were a little surprised early in the year because of a negative mineralogy and metallurgy report, which we've since got a handle on, and we understand what the issues are, and we're proceeding with a second round of testing specifically focused on this type of material.
Right, and everyone should know that as far as the project goes in Mexico, you've got an inferred resource there of at least 306,000 ounces of gold right now and 5.5 million ounces of silver. So the gold and silver is there. The testing you did for metallurgy was the standard testing, but this project doesn't really fit under the standard testing because you've got what we call submicroscopic gold, which is actually very, very consistent with what we find in the Carlin trend. So talk to everyone a little bit about that and what that means in terms of the negative results and now how you're going to be reassessing them.
Yeah, the submicroscopic gold does not fall under the standard testing, as we recently found out. So we're having to go for a new round of testing with laboratories that and engineers, metallurgists that specialize in this type of gold, similar to the Carlin type deposits in Nevada and other mines around and in Australia and China. So this will entail a month to 6 weeks approximately of testing with special equipment, because for instance, in the mineralogy, the gold and silver is not detectable with an optical or electron microscope. It requires special laser equipment because the gold is usually less than 1/10 of a micron in size, and this is just not detectable with these microscopes. But the good news is that usually with submicroscopic gold deposits, that the grades are generally pretty solid and sometimes excellent. And based on our preliminary testing with pre-treatment with chlorine gas and concentrated hydrochloric acid, we feel that this will confirm the grades that we've been able to achieve, and it's been said that possibly the grades will even come in slightly higher. So. And
speaking of the grades, everyone people who are new to Santo Mining should know that right now the inferred resource is about 3 million metric tons at 3.17 grams ton of gold and 57.3 grams ton of silver, but you have had grades as high as 8.58, let's call it 8.6 grams ton of gold and 148 grams ton of silver. So you know it's there. It's just a case of redoing the testing using the appropriate instruments for this kind of, because submicroscopic gold almost seems like, hey, well, Alan, that's if it's submicroscopic, you don't have a lot there. But what a lot of people don't realize, in the Carlin Trend is probably the most prolific, one of the most prolific gold mining areas on the planet in the history of mankind, and submicroscopic gold is pretty common there.
Yeah, we ourselves are a little new to this, but we feel that it presents a tremendous opportunity. And this particular deposit we're really excited about because it's in a remote area. We don't have, to the best of my knowledge, any community issues at all. It's a surface open pit mine with no overburden. Virtually all the entitlements are in place. So this is a very near-term opportunity, which is, I feel, very exciting for a small company that's only been in existence for, in the mining sector for just a little over a year. And so I am really focused on that and plan to be back in Mexico in the next few days. So we can do whatever we need to do in order to, again, determine which of the 39 minerals in this deposit are host to the precious metals, how we can separate those minerals from the remaining minerals, concentrate them, so we can ship them to a smelter for refinery for eventual sale. So we plan to do that by installing modular equipment, modular plants, again, as soon as we can identify the process that we need to concentrate the minerals.
And I'd like to tell people at this point that our interview back on July the 9th really went into detail here, because all that was very impressive. I've been in this business for a long time, and the kind of facilities you're able to set up on location, the kind of things you're doing on location are extremely impressive, and people should listen to our July 9th our July 9th interview. Now, we're taping this on September 27th, 2013 here. Alan, if all goes well with the new metallurgy and mineralogy testing over the next month, what kind of timeline are you seeing, or are you hoping for as far as the move towards production? Because as you said, it's not a highly sophisticated operation. That's a great thing. It's right on surface, and it's near infrastructure. So what kind of timelines internally are you kind of setting for the company, if you have those yet?
I would say spring, summer of 2014. We're looking at, from today, in 6 weeks we should have our metallurgy, mineralogy reports back. That will be followed by shallow drilling, which will be followed by a reserve, confirm the reserve estimate in a bankable report. And during that same time, we'll be looking at procuring the modular equipment, or specifying the modular equipment, which would either be purchased or leased, and dispatched to the site. The site is drive-on. You can drive a truck right on. It's a couple of hours from the U.S. border. So we feel that can happen very fast.
All right. I'm going to leave you with this last question. Are you comfortable for the project in Mexico? And by the way, everyone needs to remember that Santo Mining is no one-trick pony. In addition to this great near production project in Mexico, you got fantastic development projects in the Dominican, which we'll save for another conversation just to bring in. But everyone should look into that after this interview. I'm going to leave you with this though, a question: are you comfortable with the prices of gold and silver? Since we last spoke, they've been off a little bit, not overly. But we're now in the mid 1300s for gold, in the low 20s for silver. Are you comfortable at those prices for the economics of the project as you know them now?
Oh yes, yeah, I have no issues with that. I think we have a very wide margin of $300, $400, $500 right now. So. All
right. So looking forward to having you back in about 4 to 6 weeks when you get the testing done again, and you can come out with the with the confirmations of the metallurgy and the mineralogy. Thanks for joining us, Alan. It's always a pleasure when you take the time out of your day down there in the Dominican to reach out to everybody.
My pleasure. Good day.
You've been watching Alan French. He's President and CEO of Santo Mining Corp. Trades on the OTCQB under the stock symbol SANP. You can find out more information about the company on its website, or if you need to ask some questions and get answers, make sure you get to AGORACOM, locate Santo Mining's hub, take a look at previous conversations we've had on there, and feel free to post your questions and we'll get those answers to you. From everyone at AGORACOM, thanks for joining us. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.